Charles, congratulations, pole position in Austin. I can see the smile on your face. Just tell me how you're feeling.
Oh, it feels good. It feels really good, to be honest, because the lap was really good. There were some mistakes here and there, but I really pushed like crazy. So I knew that it wouldn't be the perfect lap, but I knew also that I would win by taking a bit more risk elsewhere, and that paid off. So I'm really happy with the lap, really happy to be starting on pole position here.
No, I'm pretty happy with today. Probably wasn't expecting to be as quick as what we were, so it's a pleasant surprise for the whole team, I think. Still tricky, just difficult circuit, bumpy and low grip in certain areas, easy to make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, I think Paul was in it today though, so I could be that little bit happier, but I'm taking P2 for now.
The balance is pretty much very similar to what we've had before, but we're just generally a little bit faster than we were before, but unfortunately not quick enough to get the Ferraris or the McLaren today, but we've got to keep pushing, and I know that's what everyone's doing.
It's been a normal quali. I was just struggling a bit in the last sector the whole way, always lacking 1 or 2 tenths in that part of the lap. Everywhere else I felt good. It's obviously a bit tough to set up the car to my liking with only one FP1 session, and maybe there's some work to do there for tomorrow, but in general we put together some decent laps. Obviously congrats to Charles for that pole, because it's a great news for the team to know that we can be also on pole in this kind of tracks, and now focus on tomorrow and the race that we will start fourth. That is not a bad position.
Well, for me it's been a really challenging day. I've been off the pace, don't really know why. It's been feeling quite good, the update, we can feel the improvements, but it's been a bit of a strange day for me. So I'm actually pretty pleased with P5, because at some points it was looking likely we may not have even got through to Q3. So I'll take those positives, try and work on it tonight. Always for Saturday morning, sprint qualies tend to go better for us than they do on the Friday evenings bar Qatar, and we'll go from there.
I mean, I knew in 19 that it was going to be a close call. So yeah, I mean, I had a little mistake in turn 1, so I had to really push further in the rest of the lap. And yeah, it's fine margins. Honestly, I didn't even understeer. I just tried to really maximize the corner, and I misjudged it by a little bit. It's very fine margins when you're pushing to the limit, but of course it's a bit unfortunate, but it makes the Sunday also a bit more fun.
I'm really happy with the performance. We had quite an aggressive approach in Q1, set a good lap time on the first set, so managed to save a set for Q3, and no, the car actually felt good. We had a good balance. It was a really clean lap and such fine margins. I think it was less than hundreds to Max and George, but I think for us it's already amazing to be in that fight for these positions.
Not the happiest, but in Q2 we were there. We were in the top 5. It definitely felt great. Yeah, unfortunately we lost some pace in Q3. Lost a little bit of the front tires in that last run. I only had one new set, which wasn't ideal, obviously, but similar to COTA, I think we have a good starting position for Sunday, which is the most important. We can be pleased with that. In COTA we got good points, from that. We got a good first lap, and that's what we are going to aim for on Sunday.
I was struggling with the balance from low speed to high speed, especially in the low speed, when we did some changes that probably didn't help us as much, but yeah, I mean, the margins were so tight today that a 10th will have looked so much different, the qualifying, but we are on the wrong side of it, so hopefully tomorrow we can have a better shootout and get some points.
Clearly the car's got some pace in it. Obviously we've got another chance tomorrow to try and do a better job, but yeah, not my finest qualifying.
You say not your finest, and earlier today in FP1 there was a little bit of a off-roading session that you had as well. What do you make of some of the performance that you had? What can you change for the rest of the weekend?
I think just try and eliminate the mistakes. I think without the mistakes the pace is generally quite good. It's just very difficult to put it together really, and yeah, a couple of big mistakes in the last lap. So yeah, just consistency. It's super bumpy around here, and it makes it extremely tough to not make mistakes and to be consistent. But yeah, got to do a better job tomorrow.
As a driver, I can do probably like with that 100 milliseconds. I could done better in driving some points somewhere if I look back, but it's always as usual. But yeah, it's frustration, but it's not too bad position to start, considering points. So yeah, not bad position to end.
A bit mixed emotion, because I think after FP1 we were struggling as a team. even in Q1 after first run, we wasn't fast, but then we just found a better rhythm with the car balance, and we was actually fighting for Q3. So in a way, quite surprisingly and happy to be so close to the Q3, but in another way, it's a little bit of upsetting just because missing by, I think, less than 3,000. So yeah, the potential was there, but it's difficult to get a perfect lap today.
My biggest struggle was actually the tires overheating in the last sector of the track. So it's just sliding a bit around, so it was not easy to have a clean lap. But yeah, still, I think it's promising that we're really close to top 10.
Honestly, there's been some positive signs today with the upgraded car, and don't think we maximized it. I think there's more in it, and I'm excited to see how it performs in the sprint tomorrow. And the race, of course, is the big question on Sunday. If we can look after our tires a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't think we were expecting to be much more competitive on one lap. I think we were hoping to solve some of the inconsistency issues and especially the race performance.
But yeah, we were kind of fighting a little bit from the start. It's hard. It's hard, obviously, with one session, and you kind of got to set the car up, and what it is for quali, it is. So yeah, there's a few things for sure I would have liked to get out of the car, but it's hard to really know how much we can do in an hour, then go straight into quali. But of course, yeah, I'd love more. I feel I could give more, but we got another chance tomorrow, so we'll try and learn from tonight.
Obviously, it's the first day that we run the new updates. Yeah, so many impressions, after only 1 hour, and now quali, it's happening all so fast. We need to, still pick through it and understand it more, obviously. This morning I wasn't happy at all with the car, but we made some good setup changes and it felt much better.
Yeah.
I think we could have gone a long way today, so it's very frustrating to be here now.
I think, yeah, the lap was not ideal. The out lap, especially the traffic, was very bad managed. I think I crossed the line within 1 second of the limit, so I started the lap too close to the cars in front. So that didn't help, but the lap felt okay, and yeah, the pace was maybe not good enough to be into Q2, and let's see tomorrow we can make a good sprint, because Sunday race is heavily compromised now.
It just changed quite a lot from free practice. Car became quite disconnected, which does happen when the wind picks up. I know the wind is still low, but it's relative, so compared to free practice it was good in free practice, and as the wind's only picked up a little bit, but it's meant that to get a clean lap was very difficult. I didn't do a clean lap. My lap wasn't that good, so yeah.
It didn't feel like it was a bad session. I think I actually felt like I was okay in the car, and even after no running in FP1, I felt like I got to grips with the car pretty quickly. But yeah, we just weren't quick enough.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't great today. But still, it's nice. It's nice to drive it home for sure. Just, yeah, really tricky session, to be honest. Car kind of completely upside down from this morning, so it's really bizarre, but we'll have to see what happens, see what we can do better tomorrow. But yeah, it is what it is.